What's this? X. We're doing X.
Uh,
Get on task.
yeah, let's go.
All right. X 2022. Summary for this film. In 1979, a group of young filmmakers set out to make an adult film in rural. God, I hate that word. Texas. But when their
It's a tough one.
reclusive elderly hosts catch them in the act, the cast find themselves
Bro,
fighting for their lives. Uh, Written and directed by Ty West, who, of course, did Pearl and the upcoming Maxine. Um, who wants to start? Larry?
Randy wants to go. Randy has horrible things to say about it.
Did he? Oh, yeah,
Um,
he did. He didn't like it. So
yeah,
let's start
okay,
with
so
Larry.
yeah, initially in 2022, when I watched this when it came out, I didn't like it at all. I didn't understand what I think this is why talking about it out of order is going to be a little weird because I gave it a pretty good score, but
I
the
was
first
hoping
time,
for it because I was going to come at you a
yeah,
little bit.
the first time I watched this, I didn't like anything about it. It just seemed like a retread of other better movies with villains that I didn't understand their motivations for, and it had some cool scenes and kills, and that was about it, and a nice soundtrack. The second time around, I saw Pearl later that year, and we'll talk about that, in a little bit. But now that I've seen that connective tissue, it makes the villains more interesting. I know where they're coming from, what happened, why they're there, how can these old people kill people on a farm for so long and get away with it. Now we kind of know. We know that they've got this down to a science because they've been doing it for 50 years. So that added to this. I thought this go round, I liked Jenna Ortega's character a little bit better. She wasn't as grating to me as she was the first time.
Jenna
Um,
Ortega? You mean Mia
yes,
Goth?
yeah,
no,
I
No,
like
Jenna
Jenna.
Ortega.
Jenna
Oh, which one was
Ortega's in it
she?
too.
Which
She
one
was
was she?
the sound girl. She
Sound
did
They
the
girl.
called her
sound.
Church
Oh,
Mouse.
okay, right. I
Yeah,
didn't I didn't put
I
two and two together with that.
and
Okay.
then
She
yeah, I
was
thought
like, I'm
me.
gonna Wednesday dance on that dude's dick.
Yeah, exactly. I thought
Let me
Mia.
just let me just jump here real quick. So I was this movie was obviously before Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Weird.
Okay, because I was thinking that if it would have been after they show her
Underwear.
panties real quick
Yeah.
and
I
it says
mean, it
Sunday.
is
I thought it'd
after
been a
the
cool
George
Easter
Lopez
egg
show.
if
Yeah.
it said Wednesday on the back of her
Oh
panties,
yeah.
but it
Yeah.
said
uh,
Sunday.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ray.
And
that would have been
Missed
funny
it.
as hell.
Missed
crazy thing
opportunity.
is it was Saturday and those panties said Sunday, so who knows how long they had been on. But anyways,
They were out there for a while, right?
yeah. But anyways, so now the rewatch after seeing Pearl, I like I said, I liked the soundtrack. I still like the soundtrack. I dig the 70s cinematography here that they're kind of riffing on. They're doing like a throwback to Texas Chainsaw. I like that. Um, I like I said, I liked that the Pearl story adds to this, so I like that whole backstory. Now that I know why this woman is obsessed with sex and porno films and things, so that was pretty cool. I think the acting was a little bit better this time around. I appreciated the Mia Goth after seeing what she did uh in the other movie, and then this, I'm like, man, and then some movies since then too I've seen her in. She's a kind of solid. She's crazy as all get out, but she's a good actress. So for this kind of stuff, I don't know, like I said, I haven't seen her in anything else that wasn't horror related at this
Is she
point, so
British? I think I read she was born in
uh,
the UK,
Mhm.
not
but
sure.
I've never
um
heard her use her real voice in anything. So I don't
yeah,
know. But yeah.
I still have a problem with the elderly people being murderers. I don't think that like if an old man attacked me right now, I'm pretty sure I'd fuck him up real bad. But you know, um,
I don't know.
I
He's a
th-
veteran.
Sounds
yeah,
like a
I
Been
fun
doing
know.
it for
challenge.
50
Yeah,
years.
um,
Dude, like,
I think. I'm
can I
sorry.
jump in for a second? Because
Yeah, yeah, go for it.
I really disagreed with a lot of that. I didn't think that Pearl really merited
Well,
like if anything, I feel like Pearl is informed by X because so the story of Pearl they kind of came up with while they were making X, and it was to give Mia Goth some kind of idea for that character. So she crafted this whole story about this girl, and they expounded on it for Pearl, which we will get into. But I liked going into it not knowing anything. I liked,
Well,
you know,
as you said
the
earlier,
hints.
people have different things. So
Yeah, no, but I liked the hints that this has been going on for a long period of time by them
Oh yeah.
finding the car in the water, you know, the stuff with the gator and the way that they operated and moved. It wasn't like they were Michael Myers. They were using their elderly nature to get the jump on these people because
Right.
none of the murders in this were they like I'm gonna fucking be like the Jason Voorhees. It's like
Yeah, they're not running around like fast and
yeah,
stopping
no,
stuff.
like
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just slow and methodical.
like he uses a shotgun and multiple kills. So it's like no, it's
Yeah.
just
Kill 'em.
this seems about right, and especially when Pearl tries to use the shotgun and it fucking sends her flying.
Yeah.
Like that,
Like shit.
that's like a perfect touch to me because she's an old ass woman. Of course,
Yeah.
the fucking shotgun's gonna send her.
Yeah, she
flying.
weighs like 50 pounds, soaking wet.
Right on.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. I just felt it was a little bit too long of a build up too, and the ending is a little abrupt, but I like it. I like it much better this go round. So I gave this one a 7 out of 10. Like I said, I still think old people trying to kill me is silly, but I get what you're saying. It makes sense that now, like I said, now that I know that, see, for me as a viewer, I like to know the backstory of stuff. I don't like to just be dropped in and I go, "What the fuck is this?" But I like this one much better now. I think that I might end up picking both of these up at some point. I don't own them physically, and especially if Maxine's any good, which is I'm sure we'll talk about down the road here. But 7 out of 10, that was my score for this
Right
one.
on.
All right. Larry, why don't you go ahead and give us your thoughts? And